Bangers and mash has got to be the ultimate comfort food. And for this recipe, we're using some beautiful Simply Better sausages. So it's the spring onion and black pepper pork sausages, so it is. So they're really, really good, using some good quality Irish pork. There's no MSG in these sausages, and they're made in County Monaghan. So they're absolutely beautiful. Now, what I've done, a little bit of oil, just literally sealed off the sausages because we're going to make a lovely onion gravy from this. Now, they're quite a nice, kind of a thick sausage. So there's lots in the Simply Better collection. So whatever flavour you enjoy, you can just go for simple plain sausages, which are gorgeous. So what I'm going to do, they've been on there now for the last 10 minutes. So how you know when sausages are cooked, like they're more or less firm to the touch, but I'm just going to finish them off in the oven. So I'm going to put them onto some kitchen paper, onto an oven-proof dish, and then just give them a few minutes, just to finish off. Them in that pan, we're going to make a lovely onion gravy. So the oven is on. Okay, I have it at 160, but it's just really to keep them warm. Into that same pan, we're going to put a little bit of butter, and then we're going to put one red onion which is sliced. So we're just going to let this just cook out just for a moment. So peel the red onion, slice it nice and thinly, and we'll just give this a little stir here. So you're using all that lovely kind of juices and any little bit of fat that comes out of the sausages. The same pan, so the flavour is there. So just let that just cook that out just for a moment. Now, one flavour I love with red onion is balsamic. So we're going to do kind of like a balsamic red onion kind of a gravy. So this is the 3-year-old balsamic. I got to meet this producer in Modena. Fantastic people. And then it has the PGI, Protected Geographical Indication. That is such an important logo with foods. And in Italy, they have more food producers with that logo than anywhere else in Europe. So a nice, that's what we call deglazing. The balsamic will begin to kind of caramelize a little bit. And then we're going to use some of this lovely Simply Better poultry gravy. This is made from an Irish producer. So you can use the beef gravy if you want to, but the poultry gravy is lovely. It's made from a company called Spice of Life. So they would make that lovely Simply Better custard, even their peppered sauce for their steaks, and they're excellent. They're based in Dunmanway, and they're excellent company, so they are. So this is the gravy that's going to go in here. Probably just use about half, and that should be enough. And then we're going to stir this through. Maybe another little bit. Now if you want to loosen it out, I might just put a tiny little bit of water just into it. I'll just keep a little eye on that. Just let that cook out for a moment. If you get a little shot of there, just you can see the onion, I'll get a little bit of water and we stir that. Just to loosen it up, because I want it to reduce a little bit. But I don't want it too heavy, too gloopy, which is gorgeous. Now, let that cook out. So to give a little bit of sweetness in the gravy, move that out of the way, we're going to use more red onion if you don't mind. And this is a really nice, it's a caramelized red onion relish. So Tom and Laura, they're based in Wexford Preserves and they're wonderful people. This is using some lovely Irish onions. There's a little bit of sugar, vinegar, all that. Oh, and this is great with cheese, even with a burger. This is one of my favorites. I really, really like it. So a spoonful. So I'll just show you the consistency. You can see the nice textures of the onion. There's a little bit of mustard in there. So that's going to cut through. So you can see the mustard. So a spoonful of that. So you better like onions for this. If not, you can just do the regular gravy and you can put in a little bit of the balsamic into it. So just stir this through. So that's going to give a nice bit of sweetness there. Okay, I'm going to get a little bit more water just to loosen it out. You can use stock, I'm using water, it's fine. And then just let that just cook out. So you're going to have that lovely sweet and sour. So if you think of it, you have the caramelized red onion, you have the fresh red onion. So I do hope you like onions. Anyway, red onions are nice and sweet. And then you're getting a lovely flavoursome sausage. Now we're going to serve this with some mash. So just let that simmer away. Tiny little touch of salt and a little bit of black pepper. Into this, I think a herb that works really well is a little bit of fresh thyme. So I have some here. So I'll just bring over a little plant. I love these little fresh plants of fresh thyme. And what you do is just literally pick off those little leaves there. See that? And it goes really well in a gravy. Actually, this gravy here would work really well with some roast beef. Yeah, would work really well even with roast chicken. Now, but with the bangers and mash, it's a great combination. So I'm going to let that cook away. It's more or less done. So for mashed potatoes, if you've watched any of my videos, I use roosters. It's your own personal choice, whatever potatoes. peel them, cut them even size and steam them. And then when you remove them, when they're cooked, it can take maybe 10, 12, 15 minutes. When they're cooked, then what you do is literally lift them out of the steamer, keep them in the steamer, but lift the steamer off the water, put some kitchen paper or a clean tea towel, and that removes any extra moisture. Leave that for about 5 minutes, and then this is a great kitchen utensil. Well, I'd have to say that, but it really is, because you get a lump-free mash, and this is my potato ricer. So with your cooked mashed potatoes, you put them through, and it goes into the sauce, which I've done there, and I have a little bit of milk in that, but I'm going to make it a nice cheesy mash. And I have some butter too. So that's a potato ricer. It's a really, really great product, and I know people are really enjoying it. Now I'm switching my gravy off. We're going to put in some lovely cheddar cheese. So I'm using my box grater for this. So this is the Drina cheddar. Okay, so this is from West Cork. It's a Bandon Co-op, and this was a 2-year project led by the wonderful Kevin Sheridan. It's a really gorgeous cheddar, and they've just released their vintage cheddar. So this is the mature. So we're going to grate this in here. We love this cheddar cheese. Trust me, if you taste this, it's as good as you'll taste. So we know the farmers and the farms that the milk comes from, and that's a very unique process. And in fairness, I honestly think that we have some of the best dairy in the world, and it's down to the farmers. So well done, you do an amazing job. So that's our cheddar. We're just going to put this into the mash. Not everyone is a fan of a cheese mash, but I think it works really well for this. And then we're going to stir this through. So this cheese will come already pre-grated. I've grated mine, obviously, and then you can put it back into the bag and you can reseal it. It'll come in slices, so you can just pick that up in your local Dunnes stores. So we want it nice and soft. Now I'm going to take out my sausages, and then we're going to serve up. I want to show you it's a really smooth mash. So remember, steam your potatoes, let them sit with the tea towel or kitchen paper. That removes any extra moisture. Put them through the potato ricer, and then a little bit of milk, some butter I have in there, and then some of that lovely cheese. Okay, let's have a little look at the gravy. So that's nice. Maybe reduce a little bit too much. I'll just get a little bit of water, just literally a tiny wee bit. So I should have had a jug there, but it doesn't matter. The sink's beside me. So we're just going to let that just cook out for a moment, just to warm through. Okay, we'll get our sausages. They're already cooked out. So these are the leek sausages, which I said already. So this is them here. The spring onion and black pepper, rather. Sorry, not the leek ones. You could select different flavors if you want to. Made with Irish pork, I think that's the key into it. Okay, we're going to serve it up. So switch off the gravy. This is the ultimate comfort food, and it's a dish that even my family enjoys. So lots of lovely mashed potato. Just literally put that in there. I think you need at least 2 sausages, I think, for a nice kind of dinner. So we'll just get 2 of these and make sure that they're cooked through once they're firm to the touch. Just literally arrange them. This is not posh food. It's real food, and it's delicious. Now, let's bring over our nice gravy. So bring over, just using your spoon on that. Look at the onion relish. Are you licking your lips? I certainly am. There we go, let that fold over. Plenty of that lovely gravy. And then if you want to be a little bit posh, you can jazz it up with a little sprig of parsley if you want. Only if you want to, or you can just tear it like that. Sprinkle it over, lovely and fresh. But there we go, folks. That is my bangers and mash, and that is the spring onion and pepper sausages, which are made with beautiful Irish pork, made in County Monaghan, with that cheesy mash and that delicious gravy. So that's made from Spice of Life. So I hope you enjoy this. It's the ultimate comfort food. Yeah, all you want is a good knife and fork and a big spoon, and away you go, a glass of milk. You'll be happy with that. Enjoy.